A subscriber of my channel got the police called on him because he was putting out bandit signs. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing you through a secret strategy on how to avoid trouble with local law enforcement while at the same time marketing your company. Because as you may or may not know, bandit signs are an awesome way to get jobs for your local service business at minimal cost. You can buy a lot of them, you can put a lot of them out, and the more eyeballs you get on your business, the more people that you're ultimately going to convert into customers. In this video, though, I'm going to be laying out all the best strategies for how to avoid trouble as well as how to get jobs. And if you stick around to the end, I'm even going to share with you a story about how my buddy Jeffrey landed a $13,000 job with one bandit sign and where he put that bandit sign, which is the real secret sauce, in order to attract that kind of customer into his business. But before we get into it, if you guys want to know the ins and outs of how we land 10, 20, or even $30,000 commercial jobs, check out the first link in the comment section and the description. That's going to take you to the Local Domination 2 course, which is over 6 hours of the most effective marketing strategies for landing monster jobs. Also, if you guys need help keeping up with customers, sending estimates, invoices, or collecting payments, all for free, check out QuoteIQ on the App Store and Google Play Store, or you can try any paid tier of QuoteIQ right now for $1 at myquoteiq.com, which will be the second link in the comment section and the description. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. So I got a comment from a subscriber that I'm going to be reading to you guys in today's video, and we're going to be answering it. But if you guys have any good questions, please leave them down in the comment section for me. And if I feel like they can help a lot of people, I will answer them in a video. So this comment comes from Brent. He said, I literally just put down 20 bandit signs and the county already had the cops called on me, told me to pull them up or I would get a misdemeanor charge. Seems pretty intense for bandit signs. Might shy away from this method in my market, unfortunately. So in this video, my whole goal was to kind of break down how you can avoid this. And so Brent, this video is pretty much for you. But step one is, if you want to avoid the cops getting called on you, don't put any personal information on your sign. You might be thinking like, Justin, how am I going to do that? I have to put my number. I want to put my company info. I want to put blah, 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 blah. Don't do any of it. I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen the signs that just say pressure washing on them. That's all you need. All you need is the words pressure washing or whatever service you offer. You could put car washing. You could put Christmas light hanging. Whatever services that you're offering, put that at the top in red, have a white background, and that's all you need. Step two, you want to set up a burner phone. Set up a Google Voice number, set up some type of form of communication that is in no way attached to your company. So that way, when the police do call you and they leave you a voicemail and they say, hey, you need to come get these signs before we throw you in jail, they don't know who you are. You're a ghost at that point. So step one, in order to avoid lawful action against you and your business, don't put any pertinent business information on these signs. Step number three could be have someone else pass them out, have someone else put them out so it's not tied to you whatsoever. So generic name of the service, generic number that you make up, either with a burner phone or Google Voice or whatever the case may be, and you can have somebody else put them out. There you go. You're not in any way tied to these bandit signs, and that's ultimately how you can get around some of this stuff. Because when people start calling, you can kind of just screen them based on voicemail, and then in the event that the police call you, they won't be able to pin this to you necessarily. Now, I'm not telling you guys to do anything illegal here. Obviously, this video is for entertainment purposes only. I'm just letting you know if I were to do this, this is exactly how I would do it. Not really. Entertainment purposes only, okay? Talk to my lawyer if you have any questions. Next thing we're going to talk about is how to make the most of your bandit signs. I did an interview a long time ago with a company that predominantly got jobs using bandit signs. They said that they did 80 to 90% of all the lead flow that came from bandit signs. And what they would do is they would map out where they put them. So if in their city, they would place pins, and every Sunday or so, they would ride around to all the pins and they would check whether or not the bandit sign was there. If it wasn't there, they would replace it. If it was there, they would just kind of keep moving along. But essentially, they mapped out a route and they consistently followed up with the route to make sure that their signs were always placed in those areas. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that signs are like anything else. It's an eyeballs over time game. The more eyeballs that you can get on your sign over the most amount of time, the more people that are going to call you and give you money for the services that you offer. So if you're going to put out bandit signs, put out a large volume of them and then track where you're putting them and then follow up with them consistently to make sure that they are remaining in front of people, and that way they can continue to bring you in business. And then the next thing I want to cover is, obviously, you want the placement of these to be in affluent areas. You want to place these in places where people have money and they have expendable income, because that's essentially the people that are going to be calling you for your services that you're offering. So this kind of brings me to my buddy Jeffrey's story. He got a $13,000 job off of a sign for Christmas light hanging, and he placed the sign at an exit of a Starbucks. So obviously, who goes to Starbucks? People who like coffee, people who like expensive coffees, and usually people who like expensive coffees have disposable income for other services. And in this case, I believe it was a manager who worked at a facility saw the sign. They needed lighting at the facility. It was Christmas. It was around Christmas time. And they ultimately went with his company, paid him $13,000, all because he placed one sign. The sign might have cost him like 20, $30, translated into $13,000. So if you guys want the blueprint, here it is. Don't put any of your personal information on the sign. Don't put your phone number, put a generic service, then put them everywhere, okay? Volume in numbers. Place pins where you put them every so often, every week, every 2 weeks, go out and go to the pins and make sure all of your signs are there. If they're not, replace them. If they are, then you're good to go. And then lastly, obviously place them in affluent areas. Place them where people with money would go, and that way they'll give you a call and spend money with you. Now, I know some of you other guys probably use Bandit signs. If you have any other tips that I didn't mention in this video, leave them in the comment section so you can help somebody else out. But the word of the day on this one's going to be signs. If you made it this far in the video, comment down below signs, and I'll hashtag you a real one. But my name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed. And until next time, hustle hard, get that money, baby. Peace.